see how you do under pressure. Oh, yeah. I've been wanting this shit forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better. Okay. Hey. Ain't no errors, baby, it's a new era. I wake up early, feeling rich like I'm Kesha. I get to the paper, boy. Extra, extra. Fuck with me, you know that I got it. Come with me, let's take a trip to the islands. We up on the jet, we'll do more than just fly on it. Stand on that hill, you gon' die on it. Boom, boom. Baby, I'm not one of them, you should try on it. Miss me with all that, I'm on it and next. Fuck this up, I send you back to your ex. But good luck with that, this is big as it gets. Ayy, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. Give them a name to remember. Ayy, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. A moment can live on forever. Yeah.
Welcome people to In the North Bank. This is a preview show of a very small game between Real Madrid and Arsenal. The only thing at stake is a semi-final place in the Champions League. Before I'll do my housework first because Des will tell us off if I don't. But please don't forget to like, subscribe, share and hit the bell so you're notified for every show. Des has got a lot of shows coming out over the coming week. We've got a watch along on Wednesday night with Statman Rich. Max might be on that as well. We'll also have a breakdown show afterwards, I would imagine, some point this week. And then, as always, we've got the big Sunday show. So please do like, subscribe, all the normal housework. But I'll introduce my guests. I've got two brilliant guys on tonight. Des Enforcer, how are you, bro?
I'm good, bro. I'm looking forward to this. Let's get it going.
Yeah. How are you, Max?
Good, mate. How you going?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. Right, try and dive straight into this preview. I'm going to share a screen and we'll start off with the Arsenal lineup or predicted lineup. So I'll get your guys' opinion. I went for Ray and goal, Timber, Saliba, Kivior, Lewis Skelly, Odegaard, question mark over Partey, which will come to Declan Rice, Saka, Trossard and Martinelli. I have subs of Neto, Tierney, Zinchenko, White. Hopefully he's back. Ethan, Mourinho on the bench, and I've got Nichols there, which I'm not sure if that will be the case. But guys, what is your take on that lineup, and what changes would you make?
I like that lineup. I think it's pretty strong. Trossard is probably the only change I'd make. I'd probably start with Mourinho, like we did in the first leg. Anybody else, I'm absolutely cool with. But yeah, Trossard for me, possibly on the bench and come on, because I think sometimes Trossard is a better player off the bench. He can be a bit of an impact player. So for me, start with Mourinho, and yeah, have Trossard on the bench. And I love the back four. The back four seem pretty solid. Kivior's got another chance to prove himself. Not that he needs to now. We haven't got that fear going into the second leg with him, I don't believe. And the midfield speaks for itself. So yeah, other than that, I'd make one change, which is cool.
Just Mourinho. Max?
Yeah, no, I agree with I agree with Des, you know, and yeah, I'd probably only have Mourinho in there. And if Calafiori is fit, then I'd probably that would be the only other change I would make, because obviously I don't know whether he's going to be back or not. But I'm not sure if he's fit or not, or if he's going to be back in time. But if he's not, then I would pretty much more or less keep the same lineup from the first leg.
Yeah, I've got a small confession, guys. I actually went for Mourinho top as well, but the squad selector that I picked does not put midfield players in attacking positions, so I had to go for Trossard. It's unfortunate that I picked it same as you. Calafiori just coming back from injury, Max, just to quickly bring up on that point. Do you not think Miles more than showed himself in the home game?
I just feel like with the Real Madrid being at home, I think we just need a little bit more defensive solidity now. By no means is Calafiore a better defender than obviously Miles Lewis-Kelly by any means, because obviously Miles Lewis-Kelly is obviously we saw in the first leg what he could do against the likes of Rodrigo, bar it being one game. However, I just feel like with Calafiore being a bit more experienced and obviously being is Italian international, I just feel like maybe if he's fit enough, just hypothetically, if he's fit enough, I just feel like maybe Arteta might go with a little bit more experience. But again, if he's not fit, then I think Miles still could do a job.
I can see your point on that. And Des had he was on the Big Sunday show and he gave a prediction for the home leg, and so I could see the balance of it, and it was bringing Ben White back in and having him as a right centre back and Saliba as a left centre back. Now that would have been also probably my choice if I was picking that, and I think like Des, you've really done that right. But the only problem you've got with that is how fit they are after these injuries. But Des, would you anything add? Are you happy that Miles seems unfazed? Could you think that he could go to Bernabéu and and hold his own?
To answer you, I mean, Max makes a great point, but to answer your question, mate, the lad has proved himself time and time again in this season. He's strong in that position. There's no guarantee with Calafiore anyway, and so for me, he starts all day long, genuinely all day long, mate.
Yeah, I actually think he's a better defender of the two as well. I just think that for me, Calafiore just brings maybe a bit more going forward than what Miles does. But for me, I think that. But it's not a bad take at all, mate. Just a couple of stats, because Statman Richard has given me a couple of stats. So I'll get these out quickly and then we'll move on to the more meatier part of the show. Madrid get a penalty every 2 to 3 games. They commit 8 fouls per game and are fouled at least 14 times per game. Is there anything at all that you could take from that?
We just need a decent referee. We need a fair... I'm going to be a bit controversial here, right? We need a fair, unbiased referee. After the story we've heard this week that UEFA aren't happy with certain teams for a stupid reason, I think it just needs to be a fair game, a referee who's going to be fair to both sides, and to be honest, Arsenal have to be on their game in that respect, not giving away silly fouls and giving away stupid free kicks.
Max, sorry, Des. No, Max, have you any thoughts on that, mate?
Yeah, I think I'll just quickly touch upon obviously the referees, right? So obviously we know referees are obviously an issue, and there have been for a long time. And obviously there's been a lot of games that we've drawn this season we've dropped points in due to either referees or giving away stupid fouls and all that kind of stuff. So I think we just need to sort of make sure that we're at 100% and mentally switched on and not give away any stupid fouls, because obviously as we've seen throughout the season, we've given away plenty of them due to either kicking the ball away, having red cards, giving away penalties when we shouldn't have. The sleeper headbutt comes to mind, obviously, and we just need to be more. Whether you think that's a foul or a penalty or not, we need to not give the referee a decision to make to go and give away those kind of mistakes, because if there's any team in the world that can capitalize, and that it is Real Madrid, and if they do end up scoring the first goal, I think we just need to. It will be squeaky bum time, but I just think that defensively, we've been probably the best team in the league and in Europe so far this season. So I think, barring that, I think we just need to play our game and not play the occasion. So.
Yeah, there's 81,000 fans inside that stadium, and I think Arsenal will be lucky if they've got 5,000 there. So I think that's the pressure from them, and they're going to be at it from the word go. to put pressure on the referee, to put pressure on Arsenal, etc. So with that in mind, Des, what kind of approach will Arsenal take in this, considering that we're 3-0 up from the first leg?
Well, like you say, Mark, in this leg, Real Madrid are going to have the 12th man, aren't they? You know, we just need to play our game. You've got to remember this: in this competition, we've only had 6 goals scored against us, right? So that says how good defensively we are. Yeah, we have to control the midfield like we did in the first leg, and basically, it's the same performance as the first leg. Saliba and Kivior have to have Mbappe and Vinicius. Timber has to have Vinicius Jr. in their pockets. Yeah, and we just have to play. It's easy to say sitting here as a preview. But we genuinely have to play our game, and we have to be at the best of our game, yeah, to get through. And like I've said on the Big Sunday show, which we do as well, even though we're 3-0 up, I still feel that we could do with an extra goal, just to have that better cushion. I mean, people can be saying in the comments, I mean, yeah, give us your comments afterwards. Des, you know, we've got a free goal. What more do you want? I'd like 4 goals. I'd like 5 goals. You know what I mean? So we've got to go there with the mentality that we want to win this. We don't just want to lay back and, all right, get a 0-0 draw, say, and go through on that. I would rather we go there. I mean, sorry, mate, but Real Madrid are going to play openly, so I think we should play how we would play if they were playing openly against us at the Emirates. Do you know what I mean? That's my thoughts on it. We just need to go there with a winning mentality and do the job.
Well, this is the other thing. I think we need to play the game like if it's half time at the Emirates, we need to play it like we're coming out in the second half of the Emirates, and we need to continue playing like we did in the first. Like picture the second half as the first half, right? And pretty much continue playing on from what we were doing like in the first leg.
Thing is though, Max, Mark. Thing is though, Max, if you play cautious, that's when you can make mistakes. You know what I mean?
But you don't want to be too open. You don't want to be too open. For me, I'm stuck in between a rock and a hard place at this moment in time. And the reason for that, Des, is do we get Rhea not to play out from the back so there's not pressure and the players are not under pressure, especially like the first 15, 20 minutes, and just kick the ball long, try and win the second ball, and then if we don't get the second ball, fall straight back into shape again and play a dirty low block to try and keep things out. And this, or do we just try to play our game? And we know there's some players in our lineup that are capable of giving the ball away. First half at the Emirates, I actually thought that we were playing the ball too slow. So that could be a worry going into the game, and that's that. Just before we come to the Real Madrid approach to the game, and I'll give both of you a chance to speak on that. Des, you got a predicted lineup for Real Madrid?
I have got a predicted lineup, mate. And can I just say to the viewers, please excuse my pronunciation of these names. You've got Cortaz in goal, Vazquez, Asensio, Rudiger, Garcia, Valverde, Tchouaméni. Oh, I got that one right. Bellingham, Vinicius Jr, and Mbappe. Can I just go back to one point though that you made about Arsenal there, Mark, just quickly, right?
Yeah, of course.
If you're playing from out the back, you control the pace of the game. That's what I think we should do on Wednesday night. The long ball will work at times, but I think we mainly need to play from the back. Yeah. And we're good at it as well. We're good at it as well.
Yeah, I agree totally. I mean, if we had Gabriel in the lineup, I would be saying just don't play your game, and this tie's as good as wrapped up because Gabriel's a different animal. But for me, it's just we do have players in that back line. I'm not picking on them under the pressure of the occasion, etc. that could make mistakes. So do we take it away from them? So, Max, I'll come to you on this. What approach do you think that Real Madrid are going to take in this game?
I feel like Real Madrid's approach is more or less going to be open because they have to score goals. So, barring that, I think defensively, we know that they aren't up to the same levels as us in terms of defensively. They're just all over the place. Players like Lucas Vázquez, honestly, Martinelli should be kicking himself with glee in terms of like going up against him, because he is absolutely terrible defensively, and he's good going forward when he's on it, right? But you know, he's just not good defensively, right? And obviously we've seen the likes of Rudiger and Asensio, with all due respect, and obviously Alaba, as we saw in the first leg, they were just getting torn apart in the first leg. Obviously Vázquez wasn't playing, obviously Valverde was playing in the first leg, but you know, it should be an open game, right? Because obviously they need to come out and score, right? So they'll be leaving spaces in behind to go in to make those runs. So Martinelli, the likes of Martinelli, that should get some joy in that regard. So to answer your question, I think we just need to play that same way that, as I said, same way that we played in the first leg, and try and score an early goal. You know, because I think there was a stat that I read somewhere that they've conceded in the games that they've played and they've lost this season. They've conceded in the first 15 minutes. So and as we saw in the first leg, we scored 3 goals in 17 minutes. So you know, it's looking good in that regard.
Yeah, Des, you got anything to add to that, mate?
I'm going to sound a bit ballsy here, but the lineup doesn't scare me. And they've got to come at us. They're under the pressure, not us. And it's how they control that pressure. Don't get me wrong. We all know they've got players that can score. But no, I look at that and I think, if we've got as good a chance to get through as any, this is it.
Yeah.
And there's little things as well, like Mbappe got sent off the other day. Is that in his head? I mean, there's loads of factors, loads and loads of factors. Yeah, Camavinga isn't on the pitch. He's a good player. He's not on the pitch. They're not starting with Modric, so you know they're losing a bit of the spark of inspiration there, in my opinion. But yeah, this lineup doesn't scare me. The only person that scares me on that pitch, if I'm absolutely honest, is the keeper, because of the double saves he can pull out, and he is probably the best keeper in the world at the moment.
Yeah, I think, I mean, I wouldn't do Mbappe, Vinícius, Rodrigo or Bellingham, and these guys can create something. But I get the point that you're making, mate.
I just think. Let me just clear that up for you for a second, Matt. I just think that from the first leg, whether they like it or they don't, our defence are in their heads. And that's a big advantage. But that's really all I want to say about that, really, mate. You know,
yeah.
We'll see. Only time will tell. I mean, I could be absolutely completely wrong, but that's just how I feel about it, mate.
No, you both brought up really good points, and I would add to it, it's like when Arsenal play at their best, and we see the best results from Arsenal, is when we're up against teams that don't play a low block or a mid block, and we're certainly not going to get that on Wednesday night against Real Madrid. So
most definitely.
They have to go for it. As simple as that, they have to go for it, and there'll be battles everywhere. Thomas Partey went down with a slight injury. How concerned are you guys on that?
I think he's all right. I think he'll be fine. But we'll see. Slight injury with Thomas Partey, though, could turn into something serious. So we'll have to wait and see. But I think he'll be playing on Wednesday. I think he'll want to play. So he'll do anything he can to get on the pitch.
Max, for you?
Yeah, I agree with Des. I think you should be fine. We obviously don't know the extent of the injury, but I think you should be fine. I think same with Jorginho. I think he'll also be fine, depending on how bad that injury is as well. So I think that he'll also be fine.
I don't know if that's bruised ribs or broken ribs, but I wouldn't imagine he'll even be on the bench for this game. I'm not sure. Nothing's came out, so I'm speculating. Right, I'm going to throw a spanner in the works. It's like spanner in the works. 3 days ago, Jude Bellingham was training, and Rudiger took him out and ended up in almost a punch-up in the training ground. Then I've saw the pictures and it's absolutely revolting. Absolutely revolting. And Mbappe should be banned for at least 10 games for that tackle. He gets sent off. I saw it today, and it was nothing short of disgusting. It's like he was going his way to injure the player, badly injure the player. So, with this in mind, do you guys feel that maybe the pressure's hitting Real Madrid? Really hitting them, and this is the way it's going. Yeah, Max, you want to go first on that, bro?
Yeah, I think the pressure is getting to him. To be honest, I think the pressure is getting to him, and because they know that they're 3-0 down, and this is pretty much their saving grace, so to speak. So I think they all know that it's pretty much it's Champions League or nothing, and they're obviously 3-0 down to it. So I think we saw after that tackle that Mbappe did on the weekend. I think we can see that it obviously his head's in the not the right spot. So yeah, then we'll have to see. But I generally think that we'll have to see where the head's at, because as I said before, it's an open game, and we'll see what comes out of it, really.
Yeah. There's
a lover's tiff, mate. It's a lover's tiff on the training ground, you know. But it could be in their heads. And yeah, the Mbappe tackle was disgusting. I'm surprised they haven't said that he can't play in this game. But I also think the factor we've got to think of is, end of the day, they're losing their grip on the trophy, and that could really affect them. And I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. It totally comes down to it's got nothing to do with Real Madrid on Wednesday night. It's about us. It is about us and how we perform and how we carry ourselves. And that's going to make the big difference. We'll know if they haven't scored by half time, right? They've given up. That's my opinion. And I'm going to leave you with that. To me, that's my opinion. If they haven't scored by half time, they've given up. And
I think the first 20 minutes are absolutely crucial for Arsenal, Des and Max. Absolutely crucial. If we could get the first goal somehow, this tie is done. If they get a goal in the first 20 minutes, it's game on. And if it was any other side, I would say the tie should be just wrapped up. But it is Real Madrid, and they are more than capable of doing these crazy comebacks. So it's just Kivior had a brilliant first game. I wish Gabriel was sitting there beside Saliba, that would make me feel just a bit better. But it is what it is. We're 3-0 up. We're 1 foot in the semi-final, but that's all. It's 1 foot. So it will be interesting. So just before we finish up, it's only a short show. Remember, guys, Wednesday night. What time are you going live, Des? Is it 7:30 on Wednesday?
It will be. 7:30. Yeah, it will be. Yeah,
half 7. 7. Des will be on with Richard. I might jump on for the second half. Max, I don't know if you're available or not.
Yeah, I'll be there.
So Max will be there. So yeah, there'll be 3 or 4 of us possibly getting on for that. So do please join us for that. So Des does great watch ones, and Richard does bring the stats out as well. So. But just before we close off, score predictions, Des?
I said 2-0. 2-0, mate, for me. 2-0 Arsenal. Yeah.
Perfect. Max?
Yeah, I said 2-0 as well on Sunday show. I'm sticking with it 2-0, and I don't think they'll score a goal. I think it will be a rinse and repeat. And as I said on the Sunday show, don't be surprised if it's another 3-0 battering.
I would say this, though, Mark. Let Declan Rice take all the free kicks.
Oh, 100%. I would start to say peace coach is not needed.
I would add to that. Yeah, let Declan Rice not just take all the free kicks. Let Declan Rice take all the free kicks until the end of the season.
Yeah, he is. But that kind of striking. But I'm going for a 2-1. I'm going to stick to that 2-1 Arsenal. I'm going to stick to that, and I do believe that with the game being open, it's about the initial start of the game. Just keep it tight. Let them open up, and we could counter-attack them. And And yeah, they've not got their defence is not as strong as like they're obviously their attack. Hence the reason they're trying to get Saliba. But thanks, Des. I appreciate you jumping on, mate. Really appreciate it.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
And it'd be great seeing you on Wednesday. And Max, thanks again for jumping on as well. Guys, no worries, bro. Guys, this is In the North Bank. Please, again, like, subscribe. We're getting so close to like our first target. So please subscribe. Hit the bell notification. These guys are putting out
comments as well, guys. Leave your comments.
Yeah, get your comments down. These guys are putting out, like, honestly, stream after stream at the moment, and we do it for the fun of it. But it is all free. Nobody earns money out of it. So please come and give away a bit of love and a bit of support. So thank you, gentlemen. Until Wednesday, up the Arsenal.
Come on, you Gunners.
Hey. Yeah, let's see how you do under pressure. Oh, yeah, I've been wanting this shit forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better. Okay, hey, yeah, ain't no errors, baby, it's a new era. I wake up early, feeling rich like I'm Kesha. I get to the paper, boy. Extra, extra. Fuck with me, you know that I got it. Come with me, let's take a trip to the islands. We up on the jet, we'll do more than just fly on it. Stand on that hill, you gon' die on it. Boom, boom. Baby, I'm not one of them, you should try on it. Miss me with all that, I'm on it and next. Fuck this up, I send you back to your ex. But good luck with that.